Hey guys, we're going to be doing videos for you to keep up with your ESL classes at home. They'll be 20 minutes long, and there'll be 3 for each day. So this will be part 1, and then there'll be a part 2, and then a part 3 for one day. So it'll be an hour-long instruction. So you can break it up when you watch it. You can also rewatch them if you need more help. So go ahead and get your paper and stuff out, and go ahead and write down my email address, because if you have any questions about the lesson, you can certainly reach me here. So Angela Monroe, the number 1, at gmail.com. And most of you also have me on WhatsApp, so absolutely you can use WhatsApp. Okay? So the first thing we want to talk about today is we're talking about simple past. So things that have happened in the past, like I would say, oh, I'm going to bring Bailey, my daughter, so she can practice conversations with us. So you can practice with someone at home too. So, Bailey, what did you do last night?
I worked last night.
Oh, okay. So, yes, so she did work last night. So it was in the past. It was last night, right? So, did you work last night?
No, I did not. I watched TV last night.
So this time she did not work last night, but she did watch TV. All still in the past. Bailey, did you go to school on Friday?
No, I did not.
So no, she didn't, because obviously we're all on DLD, and schools are out. So she did not go to school on Friday. Bailey, did you go to Dunkin' Donuts yesterday?
Yes, I did. Yes, I went to Dunkin' Donuts yesterday.
So yeah, she drove up there and got us some coffees. So yes, she did. But even if they're yes or no, but they're all still in the past, okay? Thank you, Bailey. And she'll be in and out helping us when we have to do the conversations, okay? So let's open your books to page 70. And we're looking at this picture here. I mean the whole thing. So we're going to start off like we do with all of our chapters, by our units, by looking at the picture and talking about what we see there. So who are the ladies in the picture? So this is backwards, so it's hard for me to point. So we have two ladies here. So we have, what are their names? We have Olga and Victoria. Okay? So we have those. Are they looking at a photo album? Yes, they are. This is a photo album. Let's see. Is this a family photo? Yes, it is. Because you see, like, there's probably a married couple or a brother and sister, and then an older couple there. So it's a family. So it's a family photo. So right here, the man and the woman, did they get married? Yes, they did. Because we see that she's got like a wedding gown on and flowers, and he's dressed up. So that's probably taken like maybe after their wedding. Okay. Let's see. Over here. Is this a class picture? No, it isn't. It's not a class, it's one person. So it's his graduation picture, right? Did he graduate? Yes, because he's got on the hat and the robe, and that's what we wear when we graduate from high school or college. So what's, okay, so let's look back at this picture, and who do you think they are? When we use the word who, we're talking about people. So we can match the picture and know that's probably Olga, right? So that's probably Olga and who? It could be her brother or her husband and maybe her parents. Yeah, we don't know for sure, but we're making a good guess. Okay. This is St. Basil's Cathedral. It is in Moscow, Russia. Um, uh, so when people think of Russia, they'll often think of St. Basil's Cathedral. Just like sometimes when people think of the United States, they'll think about either the White House or the Statue of Liberty. And I'm sure that the countries that you moved from have like buildings that are known all over the country that represent your country. But I can't ask you because we're online. So, all right. Let's go ahead and turn the page and go to page 71. Wait, sorry guys, I didn't flip it. All right, 71, like this. And there's 3 pictures at the top. And let's look at the first one. Do you see a wedding picture? Yeah, you do. The third one is a wedding picture, right? So there's 3 pictures. And the third one is a wedding picture, right? Do you see a famous place? We do. We see St. Basil's Cathedral right there in the first picture. We talked about it on the other page. Do you see a baby picture? Nope. There's no baby picture. And do you see a family picture? Yes, we do. We can look at number 2, and there's the picture of Olga and her family. So quickly, let's go ahead and review some vocabulary before we get started. I'm going to say them, and then you repeat, just like we do in class. And if you need more practice, you're certainly welcome to stop the video and back it up and practice some more, okay? But let's go ahead and do some vocabulary. A class picture. Are you saying it with me? A class picture. A family picture. A family picture. A photo album. A photo album. A baby picture. A baby picture. A graduation picture. A graduation picture. A wedding picture. A wedding picture. All right. So back on page 71, you'll see you have a QR code. These are both the same. You'll listen to it once to do these, and you'll listen to it again right here to do this set, okay? So go ahead and if you need to, stop the video and use your QR scanner that we downloaded onto your phones in class, and go ahead and scan where it says CD track 2 and listen to it once for part A, and then you'll scan it again, CD track 2, and listen to it once for part B, okay? Okay, so did you get your answers? Did you do part A and part B? Because we're getting ready to go over them. I'm going to ask Bailey to come back with us, and we're going to read them real quick together. Okay, I'll be person A, and Bailey's gonna be person B. Okay, Olga, I love your new apartment.
Thanks, Victoria. We moved in 2 months ago. You're our first visitor.
Is that your wedding picture? Slow.
Yes, it is. That's my husband and me a long time ago.
What a good-looking bride and groom. When did you get married?
Let's see. We got married in 1999.
You were young. Oh, my husband and I had our 3rd wedding anniversary last month. Do you have more pictures?
Sure, they're in our photo album. Do you want to see them?
I'd love to. Wait, right there. Okay, so let's go back to page 71. And which one picture does that go with? It goes with picture 3, right? Because they are talking about wedding pictures. So beside 3, we're going to put A because that was conversation A. Now we're going to do conversation B. Right? Your pictures are wonderful. You have a lovely family.
Thanks.
How old are your children?
My son, Sergey, is 18 now. His birthday was 3 days ago. He started college in September.
When did your daughter start college?
Start college? Natalya's only 14.
Wow, she's tall for her age.
Yes, she is. She started high school on Tuesday.
Okay, so which picture does that go with? It would be 1 or 2. So number 2 looks like a family picture, and they were talking about her family. So number 2 is going to be answer B. So let's go to the 3rd one. Is this a picture of Russia?
Yes, that is in Moscow.
Did you live in Moscow?
Yes, we met in Moscow. We went to school there before we got married.
It looks like an interesting city.
Oh, it is.
When did you move to the United States?
We moved here about 14 years ago.
Were your children born here?
Natalya was. Sergey was born in Russia like us.
Thank you, Bailey. So we can look at those pictures, and we talked about St. Basil's Cathedral being in Moscow, Russia. She talked about Moscow, so number 1 would be C, right? So let's go down and look at part B, conversation A. Olga moved to her apartment 2 months ago. We know that's true based on, their conversation. Number 2, Olga got married in 2003. We know that's we know that's false. When did Olga get married? So number 1 was true. Number 2 is false. And remember what we do when there's false statements, we make them true, right? So Olga got married in 1999, right? Not 2003. So the 3rd one is Victoria got married 30 years ago. True or false? That one's going to also be false. Victoria got married 3 years ago. Now, remember to always make your false statements true by writing them out, because that gives us good practice with our writing skills, okay? So let's go and do conversation B. Right? Sergey is 14. How old is Sergey? Okay, that's false. How old was Sergey? 18. So we're false. And then Sergey, how do you spell his name? G-E-Y. Okay. Sergey is 18 years old, right? And then the number 2 says Sergey started college in September. True or false? That was true. Are y'all having a hard time seeing? Let me turn this light off and see if can you see that any better? I guess I need to write with the black pen. I'll get it back. Hold up. Because I want you to be able to read this. And then, let's see. Natalya started college on Tuesday. So number 3 is false. Natalya started high school on Tuesday. Not college. Remember, she's only 14. So she started high school on Tuesday. So let's go over conversation C. If you need to stop the video at any time, you can. If you forgot to make the false statements true, you can certainly stop the video and do that and then hit play and rejoin. Okay, so let's look at conversation C. Number 7, Olga met her husband in Moscow. Number 1, that's true. Remember, they moved to the United States from Moscow. Number 2, oh, sorry. That's number 7 and number 8, isn't it? Sorry. Number 7 and number 8. Okay. Olga moved to Russia about 14 years ago. That's false. When did Olga move? Where did she move about 14 years ago? She moved to the United States. So Olga moved to the U.S. about 14 years ago. So she didn't move to Moscow, she moved to the United States. And number 9, the last one, Natalya was born in Russia. True or false? We're going to say that one's false also. Natalya was born in the United States. Remember, her brother Sergey was born in Russia, but Natalya was actually born in the United States. So after you finish this, if you have someone at home or on the telephone that you can practice talking with, you can ask, when do your children start high school and college in countries you know? What age do people get married in the countries you know? Like the country you came from. Because each country has a different culture. So sometimes people will do these things earlier and later based on where they live. And the third question you can practice talking about is, when do people usually start their first jobs? So, in some countries you may start right after, before you go to high school or right after high school. In some countries, a lot of people may go on to college and start jobs after college. So if you have somebody that you can ask these questions with and practice your English, that would be great. So this is the end of our first video. This is part 1. You can either go straight to part 2, or you can, if you don't have time, you can certainly watch it later. And also remember that if you need more practice on something, you can rewind the videos and just see the parts that you need to review. All right, and I will see you soon.